Talking about Nepal, do you know what is the biggest revenue earner for the country? It is Mount Everest. The Nepal government earns tens of millions of dollars purely through trekking and allowing permits for trekkers in its 24 peaks. So far, Nepal's government has issued permits to 1,046 climbers at its 24 peaks, bringing in a total revenue of tourism to $5.6 million, out of which $5 million came from Mount Everest alone.
So I'm proud of it in that sense.
Now I want to fulfill my dream, which is to climb Everest. I want to make a positive impact in the world and raise awareness about disability.
Disability awareness.
Meet Hari Buddha Magar, the first double amputee who's aiming to scale Everest this season. The Gurkha veteran grew up in the shadow of the Himalayas. Ironically enough though, he decided to turn his childhood dream into a reality only after he lost his legs. Magar was injured in an IED blast in 2010 while serving in Afghanistan with the Brigade of Gurkhas, a unit of Nepalis recruited into the British Army.
After losing both of my legs, my aim became to see what I could do physically. It opened my mind and I attempted everything I could.
I attempted everything that I can put my hands on.
With a specially designed suit, grips attached to the shortened prosthetics and silicone liners under his thighs to prevent frostbite, Magar is all set for a monumental task. The 8,848-meter tall Everest has captured the human imagination for generations. The tallest peak in the world has been attracting hordes of mountaineers from different countries. The main climbing season on Mount Everest is April and May each year. A second climbing season runs from September to November but is not as popular. This year the numbers are set to hit new highs too. Nepal has handed out a record 463 permits to climb Everest between March and May, beating 409 in 2021. This has sparked fears of a traffic jam when teams make their final ascent through the death zone to the summit of the world's tallest peak. The death zone is the name used in mountaineering for an altitude where there isn't enough oxygen for humans to breathe. Climbers who ascend beyond 26,000 feet or 8,000 meters on Mount Everest enter the death zone. Overcrowding and high numbers of relatively inexperienced climbers are cited as key factors for tragedies on Mount Everest. 9 people had died on the peaks in 2019, making it one of the deadliest seasons in years. This week too, a US citizen lost his life while trying to scale Mount Everest. The exact cause of his death is not clear. Home to 8 of the world's 14 highest peaks, Nepal is often criticized by some Western climbers for allowing anyone who can pay the $11,000 fee for a permit to climb Everest, a charge the government denies. Reaching the top of the world may be immensely rewarding. It's a challenge that comes with huge risks. The right preparation and skills, the right time for the ascent are perhaps the biggest requirements, along of course with a huge helping of luck.